Okay, now that we've seen how to take the determinant of a 2 by 2 matrix, I wanted to show you one that's a little more advanced, and that's the determinant of a 3 by 3 matrix. So, if we have that our matrix is a 3 by 3 matrix, let's call it matrix A. It's a 3 by 3. I'll use letters for now. So without getting too deep into the world of linear algebra, I'm just going to show you, I guess, the way to take, I guess the most easy way to take a 3 by 3 matrix, to take the determinant of it. So what you're going to do is you're essentially going to block out certain rows and columns. So when we were looking at a smaller matrix, it was a 2 by 2. We just took, in this case, AE minus BD. So now what we're going to do is we're going to sort of break it into smaller matrices and multiply the top row in. So essentially, this is what it's going to be. We're going to take this first term A and multiply it by this smaller determinant called a minor. So it's going to be A times EI minus FH. That's the first step. And we're going to follow a plus minus plus. So that was a positive A. Then we're going to have a negative B times, we're going to block out this first row and second column now. So it'll be B times DI minus FG. And then the last part will have a positive C times DH minus EG. And I know it looks a little confusing. So that's the determinant of A. I know that looks a little confusing, but we'll do it with some numbers in a second. It'll make a little more sense. And I just want to note, like I said, I'm not trying to get too deep into the linear algebra, but to do it with this method, which this is to me the simplest method, other than just plugging it in your calculator, of course, you follow this plus minus plus. You can do it in other ways where you start with the second row and then it's minus plus minus and all that, and I understand that. I'm just not going to get into that because we're trying to do it the most simple way. So I'm just showing you this one way, but understand, I mean, it's not like I'm showing you a shortcut or anything. It's just that I'm showing you one determinant of the matrix. So if we're going to use actual numbers, let's do 5, 1, 2. I'll try and use small numbers just so that this comes out, kind of clean. So if this is our matrix, and we want to take the determinant of A, we're going to take 5, a positive 5. I'll write that plus minus plus again so you can keep track of it more easily. Positive 5 times 2 times 3 minus 0 times 1. Because we're looking at this smaller sub-matrix. Minus 1 times, because we're doing our minus up here, 1 times 3 times 3 minus 0 times 4. 0 times 4. And then we'll have plus, whoops, I forgot my 2. Plus 2 times 3 times 1 minus 2 times 4. And we can break that down smaller, so it'll be 5 times, what is this? 6 minus 0, that's a 0, minus 1 times 9 minus 0 plus 2 times 3 minus 8. So we would have 30 minus 9 minus, what is that, negative 5, 10, right? 3. So that would come out to be 11. Determinant of A equals 11. I would recommend, after you've done the calculation by hand, as long as you're allowed to use a calculator, I would recommend do the calculation by hand and then plug it into a calculator to double check yourself. It's really easy to accidentally flip a sign or forget to flip a sign, like in the case of this negative, or it's easy to lose track of which row and column you're canceling out. So I would definitely recommend at least double checking yourself in a calculator if you're allowed to. So I hope that helps, taking the determinant of a 3x3 matrix. If you enjoyed the video, please like it and please subscribe to the channel. Thanks so much, guys.